I want to address a little bit about what's going on here in the country because we are in a pivotal moment, and I want to thank all of you for coming in here and joining, because right now these moments is what makes or breaks us as a nation. And this is something that is going to leave a huge legacy in America, because I'm sickened. I am disgusted by what I've seen on social media today, yesterday, this past week, with the violence in this country and the reaction of people to it. The fact that people celebrate it, the fact that people encourage it, the fact that people try to justify it. It is damn sickening. And if you think that this is going to lead to a better America, I'll tell you right now, you're living in a fantasy. And right now, the fantasy that I want to live in is the fact that we can be together, because I don't see it, but I see a change. And the question I ask is not when will we change, but why? Why are we going to change? Are we going to change for what America was built upon? Because this nation was made for one reason, and one reason only. The laurels that we must stand upon, our founding fathers, was to do what? To fight intimidation, violence, and fear that drives control. And what's happening right now, it's either you conform or you die. And I don't care what side of the fence you sit on. That is not something I want to raise a child in. Why should we feel fear in going to church and sending our children to school and being able to find the actuality and the safety and security, which we all want? Because as Americans, we are unified in that. We want a better future for our children. We want to find safety and security, not only at home, in our jobs, but in our community. And how do we build that up? How do we build it up? We have to do it by being the change, by building stronger relationships in our home, in our community, in our businesses. What are you going to do this week? What are you going to do starting today? Because change, it doesn't happen tomorrow. Okay, no one's going to be brought back to life. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We cannot revive anything but the spirit of what America truly is. And yeah, I'm fired up. I'm passionate. I'm passionate about what this country deserves. I'm passionate about freedom. I'm passionate about my child and the future that I want for your children. Who's going to be the leader that's going to step up? Because it has to be each and every single one of you watching. When I see a guy get shot in broad daylight, talking about faith, talking about humanity, that alone right there, that is a huge cry out to I don't care who you are. Because whether you're sharing liberal views, whether you're sharing conservative views, you could be the next one shot. Because it's becoming normal. It's becoming the norm. And are you going to allow the norm to affect your life, your freedom, your ability and your liberty to live faithfully, to live honorably, to have integrity? What's the integrity in wanting someone to die because they disagree with you? And that goes on both sides. That goes on both. Suffering is not unique. Suffering happens to all of us. Now, if your father, if your daughter was killed for what? For simply existing and trying to find a future, what would you feel? Would you want someone to celebrate that? What would be the viewpoint that you had? Again, I don't care what viewpoint, what political side you sit on. It matters on the laurels you rest upon. What are you going to teach your children, the leadership? Are you going to be that change? Are you going to be the one that condemns violence, that condemns the fact that we are trying to be divided by powers above us? Because when I talk to people, when I shake hands, when I hug people, when I go to church, when I find myself in the community, I don't find people who want to hate. I find people who want to be led. I find people who want to find someone who stands for all of what they believe in, which is security, which is financial freedom, which is the ability to walk down the street without worrying about getting stabbed. Because whether you believe it or not, you are the cause of this. And you could say, how am I? Because what we fed into for the past 20 years, not just in this nation, but throughout the world, is what? Control. Control. What are we going to control? When are we going to start controlling ourselves? When are we going to start finding a way to go to the freaking gym, eat healthy, not come up with excuses, not try to justify our inaction? What inaction are you justifying in your life? What are you waiting for? Ready is a myth. Tomorrow is a lie. You think that this is just going to happen overnight like that? Like there's going to be some change in this country? It ain't gonna. It's going to start right now with what you're going to do. And you can click on, you can click off, you can watch and scroll through all the social media videos. And don't get me wrong, I pray. I pray so hard for this nation. I cry, I weep for what is needed for this country, for the safety of my child, for Apollo and his future, for the fact that I don't don this cross one day and let it be the one thing that divides me from everyone else, that we together can come united and find a front to say we're sick of intimidation. How intimidated do you feel by what's happening right now? Do you feel good when you lay your head down at night? Can you sleep peacefully knowing that you might be the next one, that you might be the martyr, that you might be the one that has to die at the hands of injustice? And I'll tell you one thing right now. I am not afraid. I'm not scared. I'm not intimidated by those who try to do so. I've gotten death threats. I've gotten plenty of people to try to attack me, to try to defame me, to spit on me and my image, and I'm not scared of you. I will never stand down for the freedom that these people truly deserve in this community. The fact that you try to dictate, manipulate, and rule with fear, with drugs, with sex, with power, with money, with political dissidence. It's not going to happen, man, because there's Americans out here who don't stand for that shit, because the few are no longer the voice of the many. There is a revival in this country for freedom. There is a revival in this country for what we believe in, which is unity, which is that we don't stand up and justify violence, but rather we're going to defeat the limited mind. Because why is all this happening? Why is all this violence being spread across the country? It is through fear. People are scared right now, man. People are in terrible fear. They are terrified of what could happen, not only to them, to their family, but to what this country means. The freedoms that we're all allowed every day to choose. That opportunity, because that's what America stands for everyone throughout the world. We're supposed to be a melting pot, and now we're being segregated. Worse now than ever. Don't feed into the segregation. Don't feed into the division, because it's not there. It's a lie. It's propaganda that's being fed to you, to me, and to everyone else to try to get us to stand against what America truly needs, which is courage. And courage can only happen when fear is in place. You have to have fear to have courage, but you have to stand against it. And it starts with one single step. The thing that you're going to change today, the relationships that you're going to affect in your family tonight, the conversations, hard, easy, uncomfortable, that you're going to have with not just other people, but with yourself. Because fear is the thing that drives all violence, that drives all division that isn't true. Because I see something. I see something in the people. I see hands coming together. I see people wanting to find community. Because that's what we must rest upon. In moments like this, we must rest upon our community. We need each other now more than ever. Don't build walls. Build bridges. Stop blowing up all the bridging. Stop trying to tear apart the web that has been woven throughout our nation. It's not going to happen, man. People aren't going to stand for it. When you feed into certain things like hate, it's going to come right back at you. It's a mirror. You know what I hate? I hate mediocrity. I hate monotony. Mediocrity is becoming the norm. That we can just allow, that we're going to step back and say, who's going to be the change? Who's going to fix this? Who's going to be the one? I can't fix it. I'm just one person. I'm just one vote. That shit pisses me off. I hate that so much. You are the one thing in this country. We, the people, Right in the Constitution, right in the Declaration of Independence, it lays out that we have the power, that we stepped away from kingship, that we stepped away from oligarchy to do one single thing: live free or die trying. So maybe you're going to be the one that's attacked next. Maybe you're going to be the one that's targeted. Maybe you're the one who's going to be thrown in a camp to do what? To do what? To silence you because of fear. Because we're not afraid as Americans. We the people, we're not afraid. You know who is? They are. They're the ones who are afraid. They are the ones who are fearful of the power as the people of what we have to say enough is enough. Those who try to control us, those who try to intimidate us, those who try to make us live in fear, those are the ones who are scared right now. And it's showing. It's showing through the violence. It's showing through their words. It's showing through their actions that they don't even see subconsciously. The people they surround themselves with, the people who they try to bring to power, those are the ones who are fearful. We see it in every day. I know you see it. And it's never going to end. It's never going to end. Intimidation and the slavery that they try to stick you in, it's never going to end until we trump up the leadership that is needed, that we can finally drum up what is needed, which is action in the change in our own lives. Now, you're not going to see me act violently. I've never been. But you're going to see me lead now more than ever because I'm ready. Are you? Are you ready for the change? Because the question that I ask isn't, are we going to change? But when will we? We will change. But it's going to start now. What action are you going to take tonight?